bottom line, I simply want to make ever better car, no matter what kind of the powertrain they have.
Even though technology is racing ahead faster than we can keep up, who would have thought we'd live in a time where you could fill your car's tank with water straight from the kitchen tap and hit the road? Whether it's just a quick trip to the store or a drive across state lines. But now, with Toyota's surprising announcement about a revolutionary new engine that could signal the end of electric cars, the idea of running a car on water doesn't seem so far-fetched. So, can a car really run only on water, without needing fuel or electricity? Stick with us as we dive into this exciting leap in car technology and uncover everything Toyota has revealed about its game-changing water-powered engine. Toyota's new water engine. Toyota's latest breakthrough might completely shake up the auto industry. Just picture a car that runs on water. This jaw-dropping innovation uses cutting-edge electrolysis technology to turn water into hydrogen, which powers the engine. The engine taps into the energy released when hydrogen and oxygen come back together, generating power and producing only water vapor as a byproduct. This not only slashes harmful emissions, but also takes a big step forward in fighting climate change and cleaning up our air. Toyota's invention offers a fresh, eco-friendly future for transportation and supports global goals to protect the planet. While electric vehicles have long been seen as the gold standard in green driving, loved for their zero emissions and clean energy sources, Toyota's water-powered car brings some big advantages to the table. Unlike EVs, which rely on batteries that must be charged using the power grid, Toyota's water-based vehicle uses water, a plentiful and renewable resource. Plus, the electrolysis process that splits water into hydrogen and oxygen can itself be powered by renewable sources like solar and wind, making the whole system even more sustainable from start to finish. But there's more. Even though electric cars are praised as zero-emission, building and disposing of their lithium-ion batteries creates major environmental concerns and eats up a lot of resources. Toyota's water-powered vehicle skips over all those issues. At a recent event in Japan, Executive Vice President and Chief Technology Officer Hiroki Nakajima shared Toyota's bold vision for the future of transport. He said Toyota isn't just aiming to be a car company anymore. They want to become a full-blown mobility company, offering people a variety of smart, sustainable ways to get around. Joining him were Takiro Kato, the leader of Toyota's electric vehicle (BEV) efforts, and Mitsumasa Yamagata, who will head up the hydrogen car team as production kicks off soon. Toyota's hydrogen fuel cell cars run by creating electricity through a chemical reaction between hydrogen stored in the car and oxygen from the air. This electricity powers the motor and drives the car. A key component in this system is something called an elect neutralizer. The process is not only efficient, but also very safe. It doesn't require a lot of energy and produces no harmful emissions. One of the biggest advantages of this method is that it doesn't need a large, heavy tank to store hydrogen. The electrolyzer can produce hydrogen on demand, making the car lighter and more efficient overall. To make hydrogen fuel work properly in a car, certain engine parts need to be modified. For example, the fuel injectors, which are responsible for spraying fuel into the engine, must be specially designed to handle hydrogen. The engine block and cylinder head also have to be reinforced to withstand the higher pressure that comes with hydrogen fuel. In addition, other parts like valves and spark plugs need to be tailored specifically to ensure the engine runs smoothly and safely. We'll go deeper into the technical process a bit later, but for now, it's worth knowing that Toyota's water-powered engine has a big edge over traditional hydrogen engines, mainly because storing water is a lot easier and more affordable than storing hydrogen gas. Hydrogen, being a gas, needs special high-pressure tanks that are expensive, bulky, and can potentially leak, posing safety risks. On the other hand, water is a liquid that can be safely stored in regular tanks without pressure, making it much more practical and safer to use. That's what makes this water engine so versatile. It can be used not only in small cars, but also in large trucks and even power plants. Thanks to its simplicity and safety, it offers a better and more flexible option than other types of engines. Even better, it helps us move away from fossil fuels and significantly cuts down harmful emissions. All this makes it a much more sustainable choice for both transportation and energy production. But here's something that might surprise you. The idea of a car running purely on water isn't exactly brand new. A look back, the history of water-powered vehicles. Before Toyota began developing their water-powered engine, other inventors and companies had already tried to explore similar ideas, and some of those claims and efforts might just blow your mind. Back in 2008, a Japanese company called JPX made headlines when they claimed they had created a car that could run on water instead of gasoline or diesel. The company, Genapax, said their car used a special system to generate power by splitting water into hydrogen and oxygen, and then using the hydrogen to run the engine. It sounded like a revolutionary idea that could lead to cheaper and cleaner vehicles. But things weren't as they seemed. Experts soon discovered that the system wasn't using just water. It required a special substance called metal hydride, which meant it wasn't truly water-powered. Genapax never released clear scientific proof of how their system worked, and many scientists were skeptical of their claims. Scientists pointed out that water is a very stable molecule, and it takes a lot of energy to break it apart into hydrogen and oxygen. According to the laws of physics, you can't simply get energy out of water alone. It takes energy to split those bonds in the first place. Some scientists also reminded people of Stanley Meyer, who in the 1980s claimed he had made a dune buggy that ran on water. But Meyer never showed solid proof, and his claims were found to be false. He was even convicted of fraud in 1996. JPX's story sounded a lot like Meyer's, and people were very skeptical. In 2002, hydrogen technology applications said they had a device called Aquigen that could split water into hydrogen and oxygen. They first used it for safer welding, but later claimed it could power cars. However, their theories weren't backed by science, and their claims seemed exaggerated. The company later admitted their device could only make cars more fuel efficient, not run on water alone. Another company, Genesis World Energy, claimed in 2002 to have a device that could get energy from water. They raised a lot of money from investors, but never produced a working product. In 2006, the company's owner, Patrick Kelly, was jailed for fraud. In 2008, the same year JPX made their announcement, a man in Sri Lanka named Tushara Priyal de Singha claimed he had driven a car on water for 190 miles using just 3 liters of water. The Prime Minister of Sri Lanka supported him, but Tushara was later arrested for fraud. His claims, like many before him, were exaggerated and misleading. More recently, in 2022, Arianto Mella from Indonesia claimed to have made a device called Incuba that could turn water into hydrogen fuel. He said it could power motorcycles for 500 kilometers on 1 liter of water, and that big car companies like Lamborghini and Ferrari were interested. But scientists in Indonesia doubted his claims, saying the device was impossible according to physics. They also found out that the car companies weren't really interested. Arianto's story like others, seem to be more about making bold claims than having real proof. Despite these failed attempts and scams, we have to wonder if there has been a deliberate attempt to stifle the usage of water as fuel for vehicles. While we certainly can't prove that there have been suppressions, there are many reasons why this might be so. For one, the global energy industry, currently dominated by fossil fuels, is worth trillions of dollars. Introducing a technology that could make traditional energy sources a thing of the past threatens the financial interests of powerful corporations and stakeholders. These entities have enough resources and influence to suppress or discredit technologies that could threaten their market dominance. For example, fossil fuel companies have a vested interest in maintaining their market share and may lobby against or discredit alternative energy technologies to protect their profits. Another probable reason is that new and innovative technologies often face skepticism and resistance from the public and media. It is understandably hard for the public to understand how water could be used to fuel a vehicle, and the perceived risks, safety concerns, and lack of understanding can lead to negative publicity and hinder widespread acceptance. Powerful entities may also choose to exploit these fears to maintain control over the narrative and suppress these potentially disruptive technologies. For example, misinformation campaigns can create doubt and fear around new technologies, making the public less likely to accept them. However, with Toyota publicly stating its plans to develop these cars while presenting evidence on how the science works, it is entirely possible we are about to see the dawn of a new age. Their influence in the mobility market, the trust they have built over the years, and their deep pool of resources suggest that we will see water vehicles become reality rather than just hearsay. And all this is as a result of Toyota's desire to stay ahead in a market that is moving towards clean technologies and electric vehicles, especially with new electric cars coming from companies like BYD and Xiaomi in China. It has led them to focus on making their hydrogen technology better and more efficient to meet the growing need for environmentally friendly transportation. This history of water-powered car ideas shows that while many claims might have been false, the push for greener energy solutions is real and important. Toyota's ongoing research has already produced a car, the Mirai, that is powered by hydrogen, and these advancements prove that a more sustainable future in transportation is possible, and there is still more to come. Electric vehicle production. A look at China versus America. When it comes to the push for sustainable transportation, China and the United States are leading the way in electric vehicle (EV) production. China, with its strong government policies and huge investments in EV infrastructure, has become the world's largest EV market. Companies like BYD, NIO, and XPeng are leading this EV revolution, benefiting from government subsidies, an extensive charging network, and strong manufacturing support. The Chinese government is focused on reducing carbon emissions and pollution in cities, which has led to strict regulations that encourage the use of electric cars. As a result, China's EV market is growing rapidly, with millions of electric vehicles sold every year. Their focus on advancing battery technology and expanding charging stations has also helped them maintain a dominant position in global EV production. On the other hand, the United States, home to well-known brands like Tesla, has also made big strides in the EV world. Tesla, led by Elon Musk, has changed the game with its innovative cars, cutting-edge technology, and large supercharger network. The company is continuously pushing the boundaries of battery efficiency and driving range, setting new standards in the industry. Plus, traditional automakers like General Motors and Ford are shifting gears towards electric vehicles, introducing new models and heavily investing in EV tech. Despite the progress in EV production, both China and the United States face challenges related to the environmental impact of battery production and disposal, as well as the need for clean energy sources to charge these vehicles. This is where Toyota's hydrogen-powered car offers something different. Toyota has developed a car that runs on hydrogen from water, which sets it apart from traditional electric vehicles. Unlike battery electric vehicles, BEVs, which rely on large lithium-ion batteries, Toyota's water-powered car uses hydrogen fuel cells. This not only addresses some of the environmental issues tied to battery production, but also offers a cleaner alternative when it comes to emissions. Toyota's hydrogen-powered car only produces water vapor, eliminating harmful pollutants like carbon dioxide, nitrogen oxides, and particulate matter that are commonly released by fossil fuel-powered vehicles. Additionally, hydrogen fuel cells have several advantages over traditional EV batteries. For example, hydrogen tanks can be refueled in just a few minutes, compared to the hours it takes to recharge a battery. This makes hydrogen-powered cars more convenient for long trips, reducing downtime for refueling. Another benefit of hydrogen fuel cells is that they have a higher energy density than lithium-ion batteries, meaning they can store more energy per unit of weight. This could lead to a longer driving range for vehicles. Plus, hydrogen can be produced using renewable energy sources like solar, wind, and hydroelectric power, which makes this technology even more sustainable. Toyota has also tackled some of the challenges involved in hydrogen production and storage. The company has developed more efficient electrolysis units that require less energy to produce hydrogen from water. These units use advanced materials and catalysts to improve the electrolysis process, making it more practical for large-scale production. When it comes to storing hydrogen, Toyota has come up with lightweight, durable, high-pressure tanks made from advanced composite materials. These tanks are designed to safely store hydrogen at high pressures, with built-in safety features and sensors to detect and prevent leaks. In cold weather, hydrogen can freeze, which could affect the vehicle's performance. To address this, Toyota has created innovative solutions like heating elements and insulation in the hydrogen storage system, ensuring the car works well even in freezing temperatures. This makes hydrogen cars suitable for a wider range of climates. Lastly, Toyota's focus on using renewable energy to produce hydrogen aligns with global efforts to move away from fossil fuels. By using solar, wind, and hydroelectric power to generate hydrogen, Toyota's water-powered car offers a very low carbon footprint, making it a truly green alternative in the auto industry. Toyota's commitment to eco-friendly technology. Great things rarely start suddenly, and Toyota's commitment to eco-friendly technology goes far beyond its development of hydrogen fuel cell vehicles. The company has been a pioneer in both hybrid technology and the exploration of alternative fuels. One of the notable areas of focus has been the development of hydrocarbons that have a reduced environmental impact. Hydrocarbons in their conventional form are fossil fuels such as gasoline and diesel, which contribute significantly to carbon emissions. However, Toyota has been exploring the use of synthetic hydrocarbons and biofuels that can serve as cleaner alternatives. Synthetic hydrocarbons are produced through chemical processes that convert carbon dioxide and hydrogen into fuels, effectively recycling CO2 and reducing the net carbon footprint. Biofuels derived from organic materials such as plant biomass, animal waste, and algae present another promising avenue. These fuels are renewable and can be produced sustainably. Toyota has invested in research to improve the efficiency of biofuel production and to integrate these fuels into their vehicle lineup. By researching and developing these alternatives, Toyota's goal is to provide immediate solutions for reducing emissions while the infrastructure for hydrogen and electric vehicles continues to expand. But there's still so much more. In addition to hydrocarbons, Toyota has also made major developments in fuel cell technology. The core of Toyota's eco-friendly vehicle strategy lies in hydrogen fuel cells, which convert hydrogen gas into electricity through a chemical reaction with oxygen. This process produces only water vapor as a byproduct, making it one of the cleanest forms of energy. Toyota's first fuel cell vehicle prototype was unveiled in the early 1990s, and the technology has evolved substantially since then. Today, Toyota's fuel cells are more efficient, compact, and cost-effective. The advancements in fuel cell technology have been driven by improvements in catalyst materials, membrane durability, and overall system integration. As of recent reports, Toyota holds over 5,000 patents related to hydrogen fuel cell technology. These patents include key advancements in fuel cell stack design, hydrogen storage solutions, and methods for efficient hydrogen production. By securing these patents, Toyota not only protects its technological innovations, but also positions itself as a leader in the transition to sustainable transportation. We must not forget to mention one of the most significant milestones in Toyota's journey towards eco-friendly technology, which is the introduction of the Mirai, the world's first mass-produced hydrogen fuel cell vehicle. The Mirai, which means future in Japanese, embodies Toyota's vision for sustainable mobility. Launched in 2014, the Mirai has since undergone several updates and improvements, reinforcing Toyota's commitment to advancing fuel cell technology. The Mirai operates using a hydrogen fuel cell system that generates electricity through a chemical reaction between hydrogen and oxygen. This system consists of several key components, including the fuel cell stack, high-pressure hydrogen tanks, an electric motor, and a battery for energy storage. The fuel cell stack, often referred to as the heart of the vehicle, is where the electrochemical reaction occurs, producing electricity and water vapor. One of the notable features of the Mirai is its impressive driving range and refueling time. With a full tank of hydrogen, the Mirai can travel over 300 miles, comparable to many gasoline-powered vehicles. Refueling the Mirai takes only about 5 minutes, significantly faster than recharging an electric vehicle. This convenience makes the Mirai a practical choice for consumers looking for an eco-friendly vehicle without compromising on usability. The environmental benefits of the Mirai are substantial. By emitting only water vapor, the Mirai eliminates tailpipe emissions, contributing to cleaner air and reduced greenhouse gas emissions. Toyota has also taken steps to make the Mirai accessible to a wider audience. The company has implemented various initiatives to reduce the cost of hydrogen fuel cell vehicles, including advancements in manufacturing processes and economies of scale. Furthermore, Toyota has been actively involved in partnerships and collaborations to expand the hydrogen refueling infrastructure, making it easier for consumers to adopt hydrogen vehicles. From the plans Toyota has laid out, it is evident that very soon, car engines will indeed run on water. Will Toyota's new engine really replace and end electric cars? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more. Also, click the next video showing on your screen. You will enjoy it.